And we're going. We got Morec versus Cool. The first draft as Cool as the higher seed. Will be a pick of Persians. That's interesting. Followed by Shang. He's gonna give up Shang and Roman, right? Although I was about to say Morc's been prioritizing other civs than Roman in this series. Cool taking Minnow and Phoenician. Yeah, these are what Morc likes. Hmm. Hittite for Cool. And Mork gets Karth. I mean, next does Mork get Palmy, and then he's set with his five biggest Civ choices? I'm not sure. Roman for Cool. So late in the draft for Roman, but not too surprised. Between these players, they haven't prioritized the Civ so much in their entire drafts. Sumerian, Greek, okay, okay. That's interesting. I'm not exactly what to think about sure what to think about the Greek pick. Might be for the Conti game. And Mork's gonna get Palmy for his last pick. Cool picks Chosen, which is an odd pick. Usually people pick other civs first. Like usually you see Babylon or maybe Assyrian picked before Chosen. Even Egypt would get picked before Cho, but maybe preferring this axe brush for one of the maps. Maybe preferring that. I'm not exactly sure. But I am so pumped, guys. We are ready for game one. Who's the first to choose Shiv? First to choose Civ is the higher seed. Hey Night Maiden, thanks for the sub. The resub really, 3 months. Awesome to see you around. Yeah, good morning everybody. Sorry if my sorry if my voice is a bit ugh. I just got I just got home. Uh I don't really talk about that. I literally need to like log into Steam right now, guys. So hold on. We'll go to this screen and I need to log into Steam. You might hear some noises while I do so. Persian best knight, minimum best archers, hit type best CA. I don't know if I don't think Persian has the best cav. There's no Civ with like a cav bonus though, so it's hard to say. Other than Yamato, right? Yamato just has the cheaper ones, right? Cheaper monks. Yeah, Persian has the good Ellie's. Hold on. We're almost done logging in, and then I will launch the game, and we're good to go. And I forgot to like open Steam. Long time not playing this game. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's good to see you around, ACCM. Okay, and 1 second, and we will be live with the match. I'm so excited. Our players are probably already in the lobby, and we can just jump into the first game. Super pumped. How are you guys feeling? How are you all doing today? Do you have some good vibes going on this morning? Oh my god. 5,000 bits? I think I know I think I know how much that is, but thank you so much, Arky. Wow, that's insane. That is so kind. And we're here. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that little delay while I oh my gosh, that's not centered on the screen, and that's also wrong. It's a best of 7, not a best of 9. Let me fix that. And that looks better. Does this all look good? Anything I need to fix? Let me hide this. We don't need the world clock today. Let's turn that off. Yeah, I'm good to go. Spectator. Jump to player 6. Yeah, there we go. So it looks like we got some casters from other languages, which is great. But yeah, Arky, thank you so much. Welcome, Vertex. Sorry you couldn't do your third place match, but it's okay. No problem.
Start the game already. Yes.
We have 2 more slots for casting. If any of you guys want to do some in like other languages, maybe or whatever, I don't care. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, just me. Hello, everybody, and we're ready. It's happening. We're live with the grand finals. I just can't believe it. We're here. We're finally here, and we have game one: Phoenician versus Greek. Really interesting civ pick here from Cool. Random map 1v1 tournament? No, there is a map selection. This is a really interesting inland. Check out this mini map. Have you guys seen this before? Am I crazy, or do we like never get full water inland, right? Water all around the edge. Look at that. Isn't that really rare? And of course, Cool gets the big deep sea here. This is massive. Look at this. This is insane. So many fish. So many fish. That's insane for him. So I just need to move something. My breakfast. We'll move over there, and we're good to go. Both players, berry opening, makes sense. Checking out the maps. Cool has a odd map. A lot of wood in front of him. He might play this really safe. In the past, Cool has played inland for bronze. So I'm curious to see if he'll do that again, or if he'll give MrMorec some respect and like play the defense, because I think MrMorec's gonna try to bring the heat, would be my assumption. But MrMorec's map is a bit odd as well. He's got odd gazelle. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, more Cool's gazelle are pretty bugged, but we'll see if he's able to work these through. Looks like he's doing okay. He's gotten behind them. And he's going to be able to push, looks like maybe 3, 4. If he gets all 5, that's really impressive. Has to watch his wood line. So Greek, to me, that says he does want to go for bronze. He's just going to play a nice defensive tool age. But we'll see. He's got the artifact on the map. The crossing is just here in the center. Between the players, pretty well balanced. There's another crossing on the south side, so a double crossing map. No crossing on the north side. Looks like we got some spice. What do you mean, Boki? Pay attention. Sorry, just catching up with everything. Oh my gosh, what a great day. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be amazing. I'm so excited for this full series too. These two players are so good that I'm expecting us to go to at least game 6. I would be surprised if this is a sweep. MrMorec now does have the artifact across. 2 elephants on the north side here for MrMorec, if he grabs them. Cool, pulling the elephant that was down here. This is really good for him. He kind of needs that after kind of a mucked up gazelle. But he will pull all the way. Lion bothering his opening. Check ecos. 1818. Looks like pops are going to be pretty similar. Oh, sorry, I messed up all the spectating stuff. In terms of food, they're dead even, so it's going to be a very even tool time. A very even tool time. MrMorec's gazelle are pretty late, though. He might be in a little trouble. Struggling a bit with the push. Looks like he's got like just enough though. Just enough in the tank. He's gonna stop at 20. More. I'd be surprised if Cool stopped at 20, but he will also. There's an artifact rolling into town. How's it going, Veritas? Medi is a good map. I agree, Arky. there's the click from Cool at 6:30. Really fast time. MrMorec, not yet. A little delayed. 6:45 click. Not bad for him. Well, 6:50 actually. He delayed it a little second there. That's gonna be maybe tricky, but we'll see. MrMorec sending 2 bills, kind of as predicted. You'd expect MrMorec here to play aggressive with the Civ lineup, Phoenician with the better eco. I think Baltoon in chat right now is correct. I think it might be some forward aggression here from MrMorec. I think it's going to be maybe a club or two followed up by slings. I'd be surprised if he went full. Oh, but look at that. Cool, getting just the juiciest dock ever. The juiciest dock. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. Found the spot. This is really good for him. MrMorec, maybe without even realizing it, is going to be under some pressure economically soon. But going for defensive slings, as kind of predicted. He would just play this slow and steady. He's got the map for it. And wow, MrMorec just going to drop it. He's just going to slam down the racks. It's an aggressive move. This is aggressive. Oh boy. It looks like it's going to go up, but I think Cool might try to block him in with walls. And here it is. Wall 1, wall 2, wall 3, wall 4, wall 5. And he's full walled with the 6th tile coming down on that front side. I think that's closed right there. And MrMorec just going to back up. He's going to make 1 club. And then maybe follow it up with slings. I think you have to when your opponent's closed. And there's 3 axemen already for Cool defending. He's got 2 more in queue. So he's going to have a lot of clubmen with the armor now already. I think MrMorec's not going to engage. Yeah, he's going straight for slings. Cool has walled out his stone. So he's going to be fully on axemen for the time being. Unless he can secure this stone mine. Already 2 fishing boats for either player. Uh-oh. These vills, though, have been idle this entire time for MrMorec, who's got 2 slings now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, it could have been a little far. Sorry, Nello. Is this better? As now, tricky tricky situation here for MrMorec. If he wants this aggression to work, he's gonna need really solid sling pump, and it feels like it's gonna be difficult when one of your racks is just on top of the enemy racks. This is so tricky for MrMorec. I think he'll be able to navigate this. Already has the upgrade. Market must be at home. As he walls up behind this, a single Vil from Cool gets across, but looks like he's going to be chased down. Wait, this Vil might be able to beat the Clubman. I'm not sure there. As the Slingers continue to try and fight the Axemen as they come out. It's really tricky. Really tricky position for both players. Cool, probably a bit more calm about it. He's kind of got the setup he needs for success. Except missing that stone. If the Sling Mouse gets too big, it could be a huge issue. Right? Like if he gets like 12, 13 slingers like this, it gets really hard to defend with just axemen. But so far, he's been doing a good job about, clamping down on all those axemen that come out, now going to the berries, sending this the scout ship forward. Cool should have one on the way. Yeah, so he just popped out his first scout ship, so he'll be able to defend, especially with that move speed. And again, Cool just getting on top of the racks, camping the sling production. It's really tricky to produce slings like this when your racks are so separate, right? It's a really tricky situation for MrMorec. I'm not sure if this aggression is going to really pan out. Scout ship comes around, but there's going to be defense there. MrMorec doesn't have a second follow-up ship, so depends on the first hit here. Could be huge, and it's going to go to Cool, so he's going to win that engagement. And yeah, the slings are just getting run down. And there's another crossing that MrMorec will find now. Cool hasn't really found it just yet. Really nice micro from MrMorec so far to keep as many slings as he has alive. As he queues up even more. Cool. Just pumping Axeman. Only 70 stone in the bank, but I think he's okay with that. Gonna go for the dock block. Has the scout ship on the right still. You won that fight. Is that open? I'm not sure. Has 6 slings now. 7 even. So he's got enough to start like 3-shotting these axemen, which makes it much easier. How much food does Boki have? Yeah, we can check. He's got 140 in the bank. He picked up the berries. He has like 4 fishing boats. 5 now. So he's okay with anything. And he'll leave that open. Gonna go close that now. As more slingers pop, and this is gonna be a really, really, really dangerous situation for Cool soon. This is gonna get tricky. He's gonna just trying to defend, but I'm not sure. Does he have enough to click soon? No, he's not even close. He's just on full axeman defense, which is never good. This is gonna be really tricky. I don't know what Cool does. He's gonna try and flank, but he just opened. He just opened. His racks are gonna go down to the sling mass, and his axemen are gonna find no value because MrMorec has ships out. So this is gonna be really tricky. Only one here for Cool, who's pumping more fishing boats. And when this Rax goes down, what are Cool's options? It's gonna just be an axeman charge into the abyss. MrMorec's got the aggressive position. He's got the hill to back into. Like, the farms and the woodline are now exposed. And MrMorec's just gonna walk in. Cool's got nothing. But we'll see. He's gonna try for a big surround, I think. And Cool's just gonna evacuate. But here's the big surround. Cool coming in with the axeman from this big, big flank. He went all the way around the forest, but his axeman on the north engaging maybe a bit too soon for his taste as most of them go down. Cool gonna be up against really nice micro from MrMorec. MrMorec, though, getting surrounded. Ooh, this is dicey positioning. A lot of the axemen getting really good hits now. It looked a bit too soon. He's going to run to the coast now for that defensive, not defensive, offensive, defensive, shoreline, whatever you want to call it, bonus. As those 3 scout ships. The scout ship for MrMorec going to be that swing there. Able to hold this position in the north side of Cool's base. Cool running down the slings with the axeman, but I don't think he's going to hold. I think he doesn't have enough. He's out to the berries on the left, but I don't know. The 3 scout ships on the north are going to help him a lot, and MrMorec can't take the engagement, which means he has to give up some of these farms. His houses are going to go down soon. Behind this, MrMorec has good eco, has the stable even. Is at 500 food. This was such a bad trade for Cool. That look at this, he's trading 5 axemen at a time from his racks just to hold against this. And economically, he might be okay pop-wise, but economically, he's behind. As we check the big fish boom here for Cool. Really juicy. The counter attack. Exactly, Flygon. 47 eco to 36, though. So Cool, able to use that Greek bonus alongside the fishing eco to get a better pop. But I don't know. I think MrMorec is a good position overall. And with the bronze coming in, look at that. He's up to bronze. And there's nothing that these axemen can do offensively, right? These axemen are legitimately trapped on this side of the map. I mean, they'll keep running down the slings. They'll keep MrMorec a little busy. But beyond that, not much will happen. So that entire defense for MrMorec is these walls, the docks. He's got some scout ships on the north. It looks like he might loop those back around to fight. Some of these houses going down for Cool as well, which is going to be awkward because he's about to be housed. He's about to click up as well. So his food eco did kick in, if you will, but much later. Just now adding the stable. And with this positioning of the docks, I wouldn't be surprised if Morec can transport some cav early. Cool, getting the gold mining. Hasn't even clicked up to bronze just yet. Will do so now. I guess there's just a lot going on. Now clicks up. Has to focus a bit on the micro. It's been all over the place with the slings and the axemen. Hard to track every single unit, but I'm sure the players are doing fine at it. As we just watch our casual perspective, these players must be playing so intensely right now, as the dock might actually go down pretty soon. That's 5 scout ships. It's enough to really push this. And if Morec pushes Cool off the water, that's a lot of fish he's going to lose. Morec continuing to fish, as Cool adds 2 more scout ships of his own, but I don't even know if that one will come out, as it's at 100 HP, and another dock block will follow. So he'll buy himself some more time, but Boki, more galley on the way, wheel on the way, and 2 cav. So the defense for Cool will maybe be momentary. I'm sure cav going to be pumping out here, and CA to follow it. Sounds like a good plan to me, as the cav make their way in. I'm not sure what the game plan is going to be in terms of attacking, other than just running straight for this gap in the wall, right? I was wondering if there'd be any tricks. Ooh, and that scout ship comes out on the wrong side of the dock, or maybe that was from the previous dock, but trapped in there. Will go down quickly, and War Galley almost in for Morec, as he doesn't have armor, so these axemen actually will surprisingly trade okay. Up the hill, though. So, not great. Wow, that was actually really nice. Right on top of this little hill spot, right? So those axemen actually did very, very little damage, even though there's no armor. Morec just taking a really good engagement so far. All the axemen going to go down. Cool's Bronze Age is in. As his position looks dicey. His gold is now exposed. So first he wasn't on stone, and now gold is going to potentially be a problem. Yeah, generally players don't open camels. Against Greek, you really generally don't need a camel opening. But we'll see. Compy coming in for Morec. I thought it would be CA, but a Compy switch is actually going to be really smart. You need that 1 more damage to deal with the hoplites, but Greek hoplites can kind of run you down. So if Cool can get that big mass of hoppies, it'll be okay. But if Morec can get the big mass of compies, it's going to be hard. So this is really going to be up to who can mass more units early. Cool's position is exposed. The gold mine is going to be tricky to use. Greek are super dependent on that gold to have a good time. Yeah, if the compies deny the gold, it's going to be really, really tricky. Exactly, Alligator. You're completely correct, and I'm not sure if these hoplites are going to be enough. I think Cool's mined enough gold for now, so he could get pushed off briefly, but if he can't clear it fast, he's going to be in trouble. As the War Galleys looping around again, looks like Cool kind of got the better of Morec, who's going to have to retreat back to his docks for that production defense. As one single hoplite goes down, every single one is useful, and I think this might be a surprise to Cool, who's going to have to deal with Phoenician compies pretty soon. On his gold, he's now rushing up the gold. Cool adding that second town center, adding a third town center. Behind this, Morec might be 1 TC for a while. Yeah, looks like Morec is just 1 TC aggression behind these 6 production buildings. Do we even see the Compy tech coming in? Compy's almost in. He's gonna have to watch the crossing. His production is about to get camped. The Compy's getting massacred on the crossing. Now, Cool, is his position holdable? I'm not sure. Pushed off the gold again. Adding the range, but he's Greek. He's going to try and do stone throwers, it looks like, from here, maybe. This is tricky. This is tough. He's found the gold on the south, though. This gold is going to be critical for Cool. He's got wheels, so it's going to be tricky for Morec to really spot this early and punish it. Fight for the river. Morec trying to take an engagement. His ship's not agreeing with him, but neither are Cool's, who's attacking the granary, and Compy's coming in to assist, so it looks like Cool gonna be pushed back on the water. Meanwhile, the Cav do make it in. A couple hoplites to defend, though. With the +4 defense. Means it's going to be tricky for these Phoenician Cav to do much on their own. They have the Compy support. The Compy is taking good engagements, running back to the hill to try and fight this, but there's just enough hoplites. Just enough hoplites. As now MrMorec sees this gold on the south now. With this maneuver, he's seen the gold and he's been walled out as well. Those vills with wheel, super sneaky here for cool. MrMorec just taking out some farms, it looks like. Does spot the woodline though, as he does successfully defend the coastline. A couple of units died trying to cross the river, it looks like. Just to the war galleys, of course. But cool, backing up to the north side with his sea support, able to hold that wood line. The hill in the center now secured with that wall on the south side of it. Wall further on the south as well. MrMorec's fish still okay for the time being. Cool's fish still looking good. He's gonna need a new dock soon. Economically though, it's gonna be a pretty big lead for Cool, who's dealt with the pressure but not perfectly. Kills 56 to 65. It's been a beautiful game so far. Game 1 of this best of 7. I just showed the timeline, Vertex. Do you need it again? One more time for the timeline. Looks like Cool has the timeline in his favor at this point. With those 3 Greek TCs just pumping out those vills. I mean, behind this, MrMorec has added a town center himself, though. So it's not like he hasn't started booming on his end. His woodline, though, getting a little dicey. Yeah, this was an insane game. I completely agree with ACCM. He dealt with the pressure really well, but was able to defend. He took control of the gold mines, and now he has this really large group of hoppies. And if the compies can micro to be good, the big delete comes in, the walls are down, but he's got the defensive force. Unless Cool loses to the micro of MrMorec, Pierce Armor Tech on the way. But yeah, the hoplites are going to get a couple of stabs in and have to retreat now. Really nice micro from MrMorec. Keeping those compies alive. And here's the War Galley mass. Another wave of units dies to it. MrMorec with only 2 War Galleys behind this. Looks like he lost a big sea fight. And now some stone throwers behind the hoppies. This is a very unique game of AoE 1. This is awesome. Oh, but Cool, is he not watching? He might be losing his entire navy to the compies. Half of it goes down now, the block coming in, and this is going to be a dicey position for Cool. As these compies come to defend the coastline as well. No dancing, no micro here from MrMorec really, just A-moving his compies in. Brute forcing it. I like your joke there, alligator. As I'm sure Cool not appreciating how strong MrMorec's micro has been. 108 population for Cool to 86 though for MrMorec. MrMorec now queuing up a transport. Looks like he wants to transport these vills across. Do some sneak stuff, maybe out of town center down there. And we'll see what this defense looks like for Cool. He's got units. He's got 5 stone throwers. And if he gets to Iron Age, this is going to get dicey. I just see the 1 adding a storage pit. 2. Just the 2 TCs so far. But I wouldn't be surprised if this transport that just came out, the use of that is to add town centers on the land of Cool, maybe in the south, as these comps are going to be putting themselves in a dicey position if they keep pushing forward. Stone throwers on either side. It's going to be really hard to visually and mechanically dodge this. Shots coming in though from both sides. The flanking hoplites coming around, and these compies don't look like they'll get too much more value. Well, actually, the stone throwers here have just gotten all bottled up. The hold for MrMorec is huge. Wow. He dominated this fight. This really didn't go well for Cool. +4 attack coming in. Nowhere near the iron click. He's only got 20 on food as compies come in and deny his farms again. More deletes come in. And there's just not a lot of answers to this composite mass, but the stone thrower pops. A couple good hits could change this fight. Oh, he walks right into it. Oh, two more get domed. Four galleys denying that wood eco on the north. Compies getting involved. The hoplites flanking now. Three stone throwers on the way. Would have expected those to come all at once, but he's kind of trickled them in, giving MrMorec a lot of opportunity here to counter this. As another guy gets domed. Oh, another guy gets domed, and the cleanup is in. This is kind of what you expected a minute ago, but Cool taking some damage, accomplishing the cleanup. Ships coming around the north, but, I mean, MrMorec has enough to hold here, maybe. As he walks into more stone thrower shots. He's got the war galleys to clean them up, though. Good micro. But what's going to be for MrMorec behind this? Just more compies? This seems like it hasn't been working so far. This is getting tricky. Yeah, Cool's economy is way ahead, but only by 30. You know, with this position, you'd expect him to be up by a lot more vills, but, I mean, MrMorec has had literally 0 damage. This is the first time that Cool's been on this side of the map with any unit other than an artifact, right? So it's really tricky, as he has the Cool fighting uphill as well. Gonna get wrecked there. You guys think MrMorec is dead? I don't know if it's happening yet. I mean, Cool didn't take too much damage. He's repopulated on all the farms. Yeah, Cool can just go iron at this point. That would be true. Oh, but a lion takes down his his Dockville. That Cool will not get up now. Workshop coming in, and we could be seeing that iron soon. Yeah, here it is. On the way. Iron Age for Cool. 130 pop to 95. The compy's just not doing the damage yet. As another wave of war galleys comes around for Cool. Gonna easily clean up these compies now with this many war galley. Unless you get really nice micro, but it's not gonna happen here. As the battle simmers down while Cool is aging up. The thoughts in Boki's head right now, what are they gonna be? It's gonna be, I was aggressive, I did damage. What did I do wrong, right? And it was just Cool, just kept booming under the pressure. It was really impressive. Wow. Insane stuff. Wow, Scarface, thanks for the 5 gifted. Very kind to the community. Really nice. Thank you a lot. Flygon. Loving every moment of it. Awesome. But yeah, I don't know what MrMorec does here. Iron Age is in. MrMorec, no chance of iron. Actually, no, he's got Iron Age potentially really soon, actually. I don't know why I said no chance. He's got enough gold. Behind it, he's got the eco. If he just stops pumping for a moment, he could go iron, but it's going to be tricky to fight Greek and iron. Phalanx comes in. The move speed tech comes in. You got it, Scarface. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, if you're in MrMorec's spot, what do you do here? You try and push the sea, but like Greek in the water was really good in Iron Age as well. You just try to hold the coastline, right, with Warcali until you're up yourself, and he's clicked, but it's going to be tricky. Cool's going to have a long time with this tech lead, and I think with the Stone Thrower, with the Phalanx, he'll be able to push through these walls no problem. It's just a little bit. Unless MrMorec starts really lambing it up with, you know, 8, 9 layers of walls. Fight on the sea for Cool goes well. Yeah, this was an impressive display from Cool to hold this, but he did have the deep sea private in the back with the dock block position. And he made it work. Under all that pressure, like he did, remember he didn't have stone in Tool Age, he did that with just the starting stone. He did all that defense with just Axeman, and usually people say that Axeman don't do well against slingers and mass, but he just kept up the pressure. Mork didn't really have the space to ever really group early on. But we'll see. I mean, Cool hasn't done damage yet, except to this farm. I mean, Mork's eco has literally been untouched this entire game. Trireme is in. It's going to be tricky for Phoenician to fight Trireme until they're iron. And the Catapult's going to end the Compy's career. Now outranging by a decent chunk. And having that bigger splash damage means that you basically just can't engage with Compys against a group of cats. The push coming in. He's broken through on the south crossing. And what would you prefer here? Some Compys or some speedy boys? Phalanx coming in. He definitely has the Academy tech for move speed. I forget the name of that. Why am I forgetting the name of that tech? That's really weird. Oh. Yeah, this is the first game, bro, Rhyme. Ooh. Some friendly fire there. Oh. Potentially some more, but yeah, this is over. There's no way MrMorec can hold against the spam. The flood is coming across. Cool, finally doing damage on this side of the map, and with the units flooding in, I just think it's too much. MrMorec has no defense. He was all out offense, a couple compies now, but the compies are basically invalidated by the catapults. Defensive hoplite switch. Ugh, I don't like that for MrMorec. Phalanx of your own to try and match Greek. They've got cheaper, faster, right? It's a deadly combo. Aristocracy. Thank you, Leo. Thank you. Can't believe I forgot. When you have enough catapults, it's really, really tricky to dodge. So, I don't. Yeah, this is over. This is just over. There's no way you stop this flood of units. Oh my god, that Vil just ate it. Oof. Another unit goes down to the friendly fire, but we're going to have a wave of units here as well in the north. And this wave in the south already looks like it's GG. Zealotry is in, so those Vils going to try and take out the stone throwers. Yeah, this is too much. Just way too much. Pressure all across the board. The ruins as well. Looks like he was gonna try to go maybe for some priest. Maybe that was for the click at the time. But wow. Oh, here comes a big engagement with the Vils. Oh, and a beautiful attack round from Cool to end that idea. More Vils on the north gonna go down. Cool's economy just absolutely bussing right now. He's got Vils everywhere, doing everything he needs. The fight for the CE now. Looks like Mork's gonna try and take an engagement soon, but he's not gonna hold. His range is going down. And the GG gets called. Wow. What an incredible game one for the series, guys. What an incredible game one. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be such a good series. Oh, I'm so excited right now. How are you guys not really excited? I'm really excited. Incredible stuff. Wow, so Morek, he was really applying the pressure in the mid game, but Cool with the C, and he kept his TC functioning. Well, whereas I think Morek idled his town center a lot in Tool H for the aggression. High KD there for Cool too. Economy 140 to 86. So Cool hitting that critical mass of villagers to just do whatever he wanted. Check out the gold gathered. Yeah, really, really nice stuff from Cool. And it was close. At a couple moments, it looked like he wouldn't have enough. Yeah, after that, aggression doesn't work, Baltoon. You're definitely right. You gotta stay on point throughout this entire series. Let me open up the scoreboard here and fix that. Cool. Taking game one. Yeah, I really am as well, Leo. That was impressive that he survived. Hill Country up next. We can go back to the draft really quickly and see what would you guys pick for Hill Country here. That was Greek taking the dub over Foe, which was honestly, I think Moric's one of his favorite civs. Hmm. On Hill Country, we might see Cool pick up Persian. Maybe he goes with his weaker civs. Honestly, he might pick Egyptian here just to keep the strong civs for the later parts of the set. I'm not sure. Whew. I think Mork might be scared of Cool's bronze, so he goes inside his base. Yeah, maybe. I agree though with Bonus Justice about maybe just staying on the hill, like massing a bit more. He like Cool got a really nice surround there. It was kind of beautiful. Like that axe cleanup is textbook, right? And I think a lot of players in the community just around a lot of the pros like just get lazy with the micro and it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I mean if he had denied the gold Ethu, maybe that works. I'm not sure. Okay, I know the civs are now Shang versus Egyptian. Hmm. So yeah, cool. Going for Egyptian is final part of the draft. Micro and AoE1 is deceptively difficult. I think people often think that it's just like bad because um, what do you call it? Because the pathing is a bit jank, right, and old. But like, you have to take those engagements really well. You really have to like control the spacing of your units. Wadnip, nice. So we got Shang in the south corner here for Morik. He's got berries, gazelle, or a bit far, but he's got two. Morik likes that double gazelle patch on this map. I think Cool is, yeah, Leo. I think he's using his worst civs at the opening, see if he can get some wins in against Morik's best civs. And then when it flips, he'll have an advantage even in maybe a bad map or two, right? The players have access to 3 restarts, but haven't been using them so far as this might be a restart map for Cool with the stone like that. He's got stone on the south, but I think he'll play this one just because he's got 2 elephants on the north that he can grab. He's got an easy gazelle push. Really nice strags there on the left side. And a backwood line means basically any opening is good. Egyptian gonna be good in these kind of like closed positions. Mork though, does he try and put on the aggression again, right? I think does he just commit to his style, right? Or does he try and mix it up here in the finals? I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. What do you guys think? Do you think it'll be trying to apply a lot of pressure here for Morik again? Do you think he just YOLO rushes? Or do you think he plays safe, bronze, takes the smart engagements in? Cool gonna call the restart. It's with the stone mine being bugged. He actually did call it. You can't play this really, right? So I think it's a good call. I was wondering if he would just play on because his map was safe, but without access to safe stone, it's really tricky. If the stone had been in front of the gold and the gold behind the stone, I bet he plays this. I bet he would play it. But it's fine. Restarts are fine. They have access to 3 of them before 3 minutes. Cool, using one of his 3. He has to rush. Cool's boom is too strong. Shang should outclass the boom of Egyptian. Egyptian has a weird late game, but it's pretty effective if you get to all the tools. If you get to Scythe, for example, it could be a strong late game switch. One restart used for cool as we redo game 2 here. Yeah, Bolton, you're right. His gazelle push was a bit risky, or not risky, messed up. So maybe he was just like, all right, this is enough, right? As Morek's map gets significantly worse, a lot more open here for him. Cool. The stone in the back this time. Easy gazelle push, easy elephant. This is a very playable map for him, although his strags did get worse, but I mean, just slightly later. The map, though, being much better, gonna make Morec quite sad here if he plays on with this game. I'm sure he will, but does he have elephants? He has an elephant to the right and another one here that he could grab. We'll see if he spots those in time, though. On the north side, not really. As both players open the game on berries. The second berry good for cool. I don't even see it. So no. Oh, here it is. There's the second berry. I mean, Mork has decent food with all of this here. It's 2 Ellies and the gazelle. Cool though, already finding one of those elephants. There's another 2 here. Already finding one is really good. My gosh. What is Mork gonna do? I mean, like, you have to imagine he's gonna try and go hyper aggro in Mork's style, but this map is so hard to be aggressive on, and it's counterintuitive. I think a lot of people think that the land map is more aggressive, but the land maps are actually more defensive in many ways, right? The map being bigger and the rush distance being longer means that it's harder to aggress, right? Because your opponent has more time to wall, it's harder to find them, right? So you're running more of a risk of walking around blindly without knowing where your opponent is. It's kind of counterintuitive. Whereas on the water maps, you're more streamlined to find your opponent, which means you're more likely to do damage early, right? Um, Water maps, though, the aggression, while it's more likely, is a bit harder because you have to deny the food from the sea as well as the food from the land to really win, right? And we saw that example in last game where Cool had that deep private sea and was able to just really boom up big with it. But I'm curious if Morik tries for that aggro style. Like he doesn't have a Vill out, now he does. Gonna find this elephant, does he just pull it? Now, Morik pulling the elephant instead of scouting again, so sending out another Vil. I mean, this is good that he's getting the elephant, but keep in mind that was the Vil that maybe would try to go aggressive, but that could be a mild blessing in disguise if Morik, he turns around with this Vil as well, so looks like it won't be aggro games for him. That's true. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. That's true, Hobbit. You're right. Those were some of the most aggressive games. So I guess maybe I'm just making stuff up. Maybe I'm just deceiving you all. No, I'm just kidding. Ew, this gazelle bounced back. Don't you hate that? Like you push it to here and then he gets scared while that guy's shooting in his I don't know what you call it, his lance. His javelin, his Olympic javelin thrower skills kick in and he just snipes the gazelle as it runs away. It's the worst feeling when the gazelle die here. It feels like you really messed up your game when you get one of these. And it's not like the worst. It's just, it feels like it, you know? Morec gets a nice gazelle push. Cooldo also does, and there's the click for Morec. Cool. Gonna go up at the same exact time, so 2020, 2020, same time. So identical clicks for the players. Morexville here, scouting out. Gonna run into the lion. Really sad. We want Palmyvilles to attack with javelins instead of bones. The Paraguayan 8v1 community. Is that just you, FDIS? Is there anyone else from Paraguay that plays AV1? Maybe a few, but I don't know. Cool, just gonna play defensive, and so is Morc. Gonna play right into it. So just gonna try and control with triple racks. Morc grabbing this Ellie as well. So triple racks defense, so gonna go for mass early. Cool, a little bit later to the racks. I am the community. Very funny after this. Cool. House walling the north side of his base. Triple racks are ready though for Morec, and I like that because it's gonna give him that early mass. He can do the upgrade later, right? Don't need the upgrade right away, but we'll see. Ooh, sorry. Ooh, excuse me. I hope you guys didn't hear that. We'll see. Oh no, you guys did hear it. Sorry. I just burped into my microphone. Oops. My B. Mark now adding the market. So Egyptian in this position, their main bonus is those cheaper farms, right? That's gonna be how you scale into the mid game with Egypt and these sling wars. I don't know, Flygon. I don't know. As these things come across the map for Morec. And it looks like we're just gonna have your classic Highland Sling War. This is a very the classic tale as old as time. It's like playing Rise of Rome, right? So now Morec pushing in right into the open underbelly of Morec, or of Cool, sorry. Gets right in there. Gonna do some damage with this. Has the upgrade, right? Yeah, surely does. Some units on the hill there. Morec carefully avoiding them. More slings come across the map. That triple rack's opening gonna be good for this opening. If he doesn't lose these slings, doesn't take too much damage, it'll all be a good play. Morec is very odd macro. A little bit, yeah. Not super clean. Out on the berries though, like he'll be fine with it, right? Adding in the farms now. Cool though, his macro is super clean. Eco count 28 to 28, so neither player dropping a vill yet. Largest army for Morec. Everything even on the timeline. Morc went around the north. Spotted the house wall, didn't try to push through it. And now gonna take this fight on the racks. Has enough slings to initially take this fight, but he's gonna walk in, doesn't have all of his units engaging. It's dicey. Oh, now has a good position though. Could turn it. Taking the fight under the reinforcements though. 4 racks are ready for Cool. And this is where this Egyptian bonus is really gonna come in, right? You didn't get a faster age up with Shang. Your advantage is maybe you can run one more racks with the cheaper vills behind it. When farms look like this, it's because the player's focused on the aggression, right? And Cool has so many slingers in defense. Morg still pumping defensively as well, so it's going to be hard for any player to do any damage, right? Until you have a ton of units out, right? A ton of units before you can like really take a fight uphill, maybe. As Morek just gonna back off, and so Cool will loop around the right side here, maybe just hold the hill, walk along it. Not exactly sure. These two slings again, trying to find some damage. Hits the house though, gives away the game. As Vils look to just chase him down. Slings for Morek. Defending as Cool pushes across. He's got the hill locked down, but doesn't have a wall here. So the slings might break in and cause all sorts of mayhem. This is a lot of units. So if they just walk through that gap, things could look really rough for Cool. Or sorry, for Morek. The two slings get cleaned up, no damage. Economy 35 to 35, so this time Mork not falling behind, which is what he really needs to make sure he doesn't do. But Eco, the KD is 4-0, so early on, Mork not finding the damage with those aggression plays. The house takes a beating. Mork will wall behind. Mork thinking he has the numbers, going to be going for some surround. Some damage onto Cool's mass. Now this fight uphill will be tricky. Ooh, some really good damage for Cool. Onto Morek's massive slings. Has that hill. It's going to be tricky for Morek to push him off that, so he's just going to back up. Let it happen as some wraparound sling is going to get caught off guard. Morek catches that though, pulls him back. Nello. I think there are layers of depth to booming that like the execution is harder than it looks, and I think people forget that sometimes. Like booming isn't mindless, right? You get used to it, especially if you play a lot, but when you're trying to do a lot of other things, it gets tricky to do. It's hard to boom when you're being attacked, right? And I think that's what Cool did last game, which is like typical VNS Cool gameplay, right? Like I feel like we see that every time from him. Now the wall off, not finished yet, oddly. But we have a bit of pressure here on the left, which is gonna pull Cool, or sorry, gonna pull Morek off of his hill. Finishes it just in time as the slings wrap around. And I think Cool is gonna have a faster bronze time. Well, I say that, but maybe not. Cheaper units, cheaper vills coming into play here maybe. Eco, 44 for both. Cool, starting to mine gold. Mork just gonna wall him in, so this sling mass for Cool will die. That was really, really cheeky. I really like that move. And Mork just gets a huge surround here. Some slings on the hill won't do any damage. There's going to be a big cleanup for Mork. This should give him a big advantage, and here's the click for him as well. But he's housed, cancels the Vil, so he's going up, and Morek with a significant lead in economy has three less farms, but a faster age up. And gets a big fight win here, and Even though he's gonna get pushed off and not really do a ton of damage, he's not losing any slings at home really, right? Like look at this. That's a huge KD. That was a brilliant move. Look at that, 23 to 15 completely turns the KD around after it being so good for Cool the entire early game. And we're gonna go to bronze. This is good. This is nice. It's good to get another bronze game in early in the series. That's walled on the edge. If Morix keeps slingers and adds cav while attacking, he can win. I don't think he can get enough cav out in time to really like win with a bronze timing, right? Like he's gonna be up now in like 20 seconds. Like unless he adds forward stables to the aggression, Shang has all the options, right? You can go CA, Compy, Cav, Hoppy, Broads. Like literally, they get every unit in bronze, right? Here's the timeline. Dead even. Economy is so Cool went up 4 vills later. And there's that pump for Morec. I don't know. Egyptian in this stage are get dangerous, right? He could be compies. It could be anything really. For Egyptian, everything but Cav, right? Cool, almost up. So yeah, it's another wave of Cav coming out with upgrades, and I mean, if Cool trades down the slings, he double marketed for domestication. Interesting. Can Cool just go iron soon? Well, that'd be weird. Workshop to defend against the sling mass, and here comes big attack. Big fight coming up. Really good opening there for Cool. Killed 3 slings for free, it seems. He opened a gap here, and now he's gonna come in and flank. Oh my gosh, there was a hole. Oh boy. And here comes the big fight. The slings are going to come in to support the attack with the Cav. The Cav running into the back line there, getting on top of the wood line. Slings going down on the front. Cool under pressure. The Cav attacking the barracks, but going to tank a lot of damage for his slingers. The sling's going to get a lot of damage in. Oh my gosh, disaster for Cool. Absolute disaster. Will somehow run to here and wall out one of his own Cav. The Stone Thrower gets a good shot, but look at the front line. Those Cav just did so much damage. Really, really good start. Really good start to the Bronze Ages. Some short swordsman for Cool. Just a unit he can make right now while waiting for Wheel in CA. He's adding the range. Like, what's he gonna do? It's just gonna be short swords against... Ooh, the Stone Thrower lands a gnarly shot. Another one coming in. It's just gonna be short swordsmen and Stone Throwers. Probably Egypt's worst comp. Holy crap. Indeed, there's always a hole. Oh, a nice wall behind though for Cool. Gonna buy himself a bit more time. The Cav comes in and takes out one of the units. The Stone Throwers, I mean. It's tough fighting these Stone Throwers when he's defended by walls. Another Cav goes down to the Stone Thrower. The Stone Thrower doing so much damage. Look how many units these 2 Stone Throwers did. I mean, but that was a rough opening to this age if you're in Cool's position. Morc behind this, going all out aggro, adding the 2nd and 3rd TC now. Economy, though, is going to be in favor of Morc. Timeline. Looks like Cool dipped, but brought it back with the Stone Thrower in short swordsman mass. It's not often you say that. He's got a lot of units, though. The Stone Thrower landing just headshot after headshot. The Cav could just take the fight. Straight up. But the Camel's there to support will make it tricky. Really fun unit composition to watch. I've never seen this before. But, I mean, cool. Said desperate times, desperate measures. You do what you can do, right? The Cav gonna try and loop around the back to get more damage on the Eco, but not gonna find a hole now. Really tricky stuff there for Cool, but he managed to not die. But behind it, just now adding town centers, right? On 4 town centers. MrMorec, maybe up an Eco. Up 10 Vils from that. That Bronze Age went really well for him. You know, Flygon, I know what you're talking about in AoE 2, but I don't know if that works in AoE 1. I don't think anyone tries it because catapults, when they land, already do enough damage to do what you need. I don't think people would risk the delete trick. They're also really expensive. So even if it worked, I don't think it would ever be useful. Because the way the Mangonel splash damage works is when you delete it, I think the radius gets increased a little bit. Or that was the old bug. Didn't that get fixed? I forget. Whatever. As now full stable from Cool. Looks like maybe just full camel from him while he booms behind it. Gonna try and get some clears on this Cav, which are now coming across the map. We'll just be playing defensive for some time. Yeah, the short swordsman did work, right? I mean, against just the full slinger and early Cav. Shang has broadswordsman, yeah. So Shang could match this. Shang, though, going Cav and Camel. That's Moric's game plan. He went to the left, didn't see anything. And now walling on the right side as well. Keep in mind these walls have that extra HP. This Moric down to play defensively and stick ahead in the boom. He's up 12 Vils. Yeah, Hellies against the Scythe would be important as both players look to just be content with taking this to Iron Age. Morec almost there. I think he's going to go Horse Archers if he goes Iron. Cool, not close, but has the eco to get there eventually. Yeah, I feel like Egyptian has a lot of answers to heavy cabin cats. Ellie, Priest, and honestly, just mix in Scythe, and you'll do well enough against that comp over time. Like, Scythe do well against Cav, because if the Cav ever group to take the fight against the Scythe just wreck, right? As this massive units comes around the south side of Cool's base, but the north side of Moric's base isn't pretty. I'd have to open up or come home. Really nice fight from Morec. He's got more than enough to clean this up. Actually, with the 6 camels on the left, maybe not. The Vils being chased down. Morec stringing out the engagement to get away from the short swords. Getting run down by the camels on the left. And taking the fight on the right. Ultimately, I don't think this will matter a ton. I think a lot of this is going to be down to like who takes better fights in Iron, but you know, it could mean some stuff. Iron Age is in for Morec, and we're going to see the Horse Archer shift, I assume. I just assume we're going to see ranges going down. Yeah. Horse Archer's coming in for Morec. Medium wall as well, so it's going to be really tricky for Cool to do any damage. But what matters now are these gold mines. The Camel finding the Berryvilles. Morec trying to retaliate with some damage. What matters is these gold mines. Where are the neutrals? There's one on the left. There's one kind of in the middle of the map. Is there one on the right here? I don't see a gold mine over here. And I don't see Morec walling one in. So Morec just on this gold mine, And he's going to have to fight for control of these two, which are definitely favoring Cool in the map gen. Cool with 2 gold mines here, and there's the Iron Age. Cool about to click as well. But Morec's up, so Morec might have a bit of a window. 10 camel versus 10 cav, who wins? Well, the camels win. The camels even trade against heavy cav. Well, I mean, they're the counter unit, right? They have 4 bonus damage, I think, or 8. So, like, the stats lie to you if you don't know. Like, there's bonus damage on the camels against cavalry, against all mounted units. So they do really, really well against mounted units, but not well against horse archer, right? Horse archers are fast enough to deal with them, and they have really high damage. With no pierce armor, the camel riders struggle against the ranged cav options. So CA and horse archers. That's a lot of camels. It's true. It's actually potentially a hole there. Camels on the right, not finding anything. On the right, a lot of units went down, it looks like. And Cool's economy is bussin'. He's up 30 vils now, so his boom has been stronger. Morec prioritizing army here. Will now push out, has heavy cav and horse archer behind. That'll do well against camel for sure, because you'll have the damage you need. And he's going to come across, but he needs siege to open the walls. And here's going to be a pretty intense fight, as the camel's going to try and hold against this massive iron units. It looks like Morec just wants gold. Coming all the way around this way. Cool's camels giving up and running. Shang in a good position for Morec now, but again, Boki struggling to secure the gold. The gold in the right gets locked down. The gold in the middle, I think there's a hole. Oh, it looked like a hole. Morec and I had the same idea at the same time. Looked like it was open. And now we're going to see elephant archers out of Cool, which is a really spicy move. And towers. Egyptian towers fully upgraded. So really good at locking down the map like this. Cool with more of the map control, I would say. Well, more of the important map control, considering the 2 gold mines. And Cool just going to try and hold out until he gets his units. He's got way more gold. So if he can just hold, he'll be okay. Even fortified wall coming in. What a lamer, man. I'm just kidding. Whew. Spicy positioning. Cool with full upgrades now soon. Just lacking, I think they get the final arch armor. This elephant getting involved. And then he gave up. Tower not going to go up. The camel's just going to take some damage here. As the wall goes down slowly and steadily, Morec will push on into the elephant archers and camels from Cool. It's going to be dicey though, as more towers go up. You're going to need siege at this stage. Maybe now we look to see the heli switch. But it's gonna be hard to do so without gold. Like, you needed more gold. Gold, gold, gold. I feel like it's the name of the game right now. 2 to 5 gold mines is not sustainable. Unless Morec has a plan. He's gonna be dealing with Egyptian priests soon as well, with all that gold. He can just do whatever he wants. Morec, I don't know what his game plan is to follow this up. Looks like heavy horse archer, maybe, is gonna be the click for him. But here, double walled all the way across the sides, and Morec, I thought he would have more opportunity here, but without any siege to knock down the walls, Cool's just gonna go fortified wall and boom with all the gold. Walls on the right gonna hold back the units. As the massive horse archers just hits the wall. And Scythe against Egyptian Scythe never feels good. Shang don't get the full upgrades, right? Or am I thinking Phoenician? I forget if Shang get... No, Shang gets... I think Shang is missing... Final tech? Forget. Final attack, right? No, they get it all, apparently. Yeah, my bad. They get... Yeah, right. Shang gets fully upgraded cats. Or Scythe, right. Yeah, that's gonna be really good against whatever more Cool's doing. But I'm not sure, like, without the extra HP, I feel like Cool's just gonna win in a Scythe War, and he has Ellie Archers to support it, which is like your slow DPS. As Ellie Archers went to the right to reinforce, but Morc's already repositioned to the center. And Morc not finding that damage, not finding the gold, as Cool just slurps it up all across the map. Ellie Archer and Priest is my favorite combo. A Wonder would be a possible play soon. Maybe from Cool if Morc can't break him. Scythe coming in for Morc still. Cool though, just content to do Priest, so the Scythe switch might be a bit of a surprise here, but Ellie Archers fight okay against the Scythe. It's just a matter of catching them, right? The Scythe can run through, but I'm not really seeing a lot of opportunity for a run by into the eco. Morec just hitting his head against the wall, both figuratively and literally. Cool, with all the gold in the world, just gonna sit back, sit pretty. Make Priest his best ideal composition, a Priest Ellie Archer Scythe. Making good use of his resources of the whole map. He's almost popped even. He's at 230 pop. I think that's the first time in the entire tournament we'll see 250. That's cool. Backs up. And now no damage coming in on the left as the priest count just goes up. And Cool's waiting for his big moment. He understands that the late game is his if he gets there against Shang. But, I mean, giving up all the wood would be an issue as well. If Morc can lock down the whole map for himself, that would be bad, but I think Cool will be fine here. His economy bustling, whatever you want to call it. Powers up across all fronts, and the game is really slowed down while Cool gets ready for a push. Cool's gonna have to attack eventually. And here it is. An opening on the left. Looks like that's where the play is gonna be. Morc is gonna take advantage of that. Seeing the gap, he's just gonna walk in. He's like, oh, hello, thank you. But this might be more of a trap. Cool has strategically walled behind it as well. So he's got tons of space. The gold is completely gone. Look at that, gold is just gone. Nothing to find there. So both players at this point gonna have to deal with what they got. Doesn't look like Morc's gonna have more opportunity for techs or gold later. He's completely out. That's all he's gonna get for the rest of the game if he can't do anything crazy. Cool on 6k gold in the bank. Morc and Cool both popped now on Scythe and their ranged unit. Towers in the mix as well. It looks like this is going to be where all the units flood in. Morc just trying to open this up a little more. Getting a bit caught up in the back. No way to find damage here. Cool has plenty of Ellie Archers defending every bit of land here. So it's going to have to come down to that slow crawl forward. Now it's a bit more open here, and Morc can maybe try and push in, hide behind the towers. The Ellie Archers gonna try and fight uphill here, and in goes another wave of Scythe. Morc has to treat every gold unit preciously. Even the towers matter for their costs now. And Scythe gonna get converted. Oh, the horse archers are getting converted in the back from these priests. Beautiful play. Just taking away the gold options from Morec as more and more Scythe trickle in. Having trouble finding a good spot, but the hill gonna be good there for Cool. Ballista towers even in. Insane situation right now. Fight on the right not really going well for MrMorec as well. Just again hitting the wall, the tower. Tower war is gonna go in favor of Cool for the time being. Looks like every element of this is unbreakable. And now slowly and steadily he'll push up this hill. Unless MrMorec can get a huge massive units in here, but he just can't. MrMorec at 200 pop, Cool obviously still sitting. I only had 220 actually. Looks like he lost a decent amount of units. Maybe he just deleted Vils. Timeline obviously going to be pretty even. Economy, slight Vil lead for MrMorec, or for Cool, but I think he deleted. Now deleting more walls to get his space even better. Jumping in under the towers. The priests in the back just healing, converting, being a nuisance. The horse archers have to fall back. The tower's now exposed. Kind of sitting alone here. And the Vils come in. He's got zealotry. Yeah, he could convert the towers. But MrMorec can always focus fire with the towers. You kind of have to not be looking for that to work. And this army's just going to be too good. Wonders allowed, yeah, Athena. I believe so. We're not on Conquest. I think we should have been. I forget, though. Oh, a tower gets converted. And another one will as well. And another one will as well. And MrMorec gonna tap out here as the army is just unbeatable from Cool. Ellie Archers and Priests, baby. It's my favorite composition in the game. So much so that we literally even have, like, guys, like, I'm not even kidding. We have an emote for that. Ellie Archer Priest. Look at the emote name. It's called Best Combo. It's the best combo in the game. Look at what it just did. Took down a full army of Cav from Shang. Really impressive stuff. Yeah, that early bronze defense, when the hole was open, when there was a gap here and the Cav ran in, I thought it might have been a breaking point, but Cool made so many short swordsmen really rapidly and was able to hold against the slings, and I think MrMorec behind it this game went for TCs, probably wasn't expecting that big opportunity. Yeah, we can check the KD. Look at that, 303 to 211. Insane game. Insane game for Cool. Masterful stuff. Economy in advantage. Look at the gold, though. Double the gold mined. Huge loss there for MrMorec when he didn't control the golds. When he had map control for a really long time. Like, Cool gave up map control. On mobile trumpets? Scorn, what even is that? Uh, what a cool game to watch that was. Let's go to game 3. So if we go back to our draft, so that was again Cool winning with Egyptian, winning with these lower tier civs and beating Shang and Phoenician, two of the civs with literally the best economy in the game. So what's this gonna look like when Cool's on Persian or Minoan or Roman? You gotta get nervous for MrMorec here, right? If he doesn't turn this around, this could start going really fast. I agree. I agree. It was definitely when he secured the gold. MrMorec really struggled. So for the next game, I don't know what the players are going to pick. I can't say. We're on to Conti. I think it's really up to the players' preferences. Whew, sorry about that. Just had to drink some water. Thanks for putting Persia in the icons. And Karth versus Persians it is. So now cool picking is his first set, his first pick in the draft. Going for Persians on Oasis. Egypt is better than Shang and Iron Age for sure. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, it is, but not necessarily. Like, I think it depends on tempo. Yeah, Karth has good camels, elephants, and hoplites. But also the extra resources. So if we look, cool, or sorry, Morc. So Morc starts with 200 stone, 50 gold extra, 50 food extra, and 50 wood extra. And cool, if you look, has only 150 stone, no gold, and he had just 50 less food and wood. Though, so the 50 of each resource is really critical. Really critical, especially on maps like this where it's tricky to open. But Persian gonna get the hunt bonus, so we gotta check his map. It's got 3 elephants kind of on the north. Hard to spot those though if you're cool. If he finds them, it'll be huge though. It'll be massive if he gets those. Meanwhile, MrMorec with a really nice map. Easy Gazelle, good Strag. Stone, he has 2 options for Stone. I don't know which one he'll go for. Maybe he'll go aggro. He could delete and build here, maybe. He'd have the hill to build on. But I'm not sure what he'll go for. Yeah, Oasis is a great map. It's definitely one of my favorites. I just love how aggressive it can be and how open it is. But at the same time, like it's just it's also really consistent, I think. It's probably the most consistent map, right? It has the most standardized rule set, and there's no opportunity for bug map, basically. Like, I rarely see bugged Gazelle or Berry on this map, whereas all the other maps, it's much more likely. Yeah, cheaper villas goes a long way in post-iron, even though. Like, it just gives you a lot of option. More works on his Gazelle push. Looks like economy is working well for both players. Cool, with a bit of idle time early on. It's kind of expected. I mean, on this map, it's tricky to do anything, so we'll work with the easier opening. Won't idle his TC in the early game. But we'll see. It goes for the storage pit here. Now going around for the push. I don't think Cool spotted the elephants on the north just yet. Oh, he finds one. Wow, that's massive for him. That's really good for him. Hmm. Not a lot to say right now, as both players just getting their early game underway. 60 wood farms for Egypt helps a lot in Highland. That's true, exactly. I agree, Mario. Like that was a big play there for Cool. Was even though he was up a little bit later, he had better infrastructure set up for the mid game. And then going into late game, they were pretty even, right? And that's where Shang's units kind of weren't able to hold. The priest play was really good from Cool, but also really honestly the gold control last game I think meant much more. Like Mork probably would have added more units that dealt damage, but just couldn't. So he's just stuck with Scythe, which they're good, but you can't rely fully on Scythe. Scout play on this map? That used to be the meta to go scouts, but now players don't go scouts anymore. Rarely go scouts. I think we saw Mork beat Crazy with scouts. Did that happen in the semis? I think in the semifinals we did see scouts once. Uh, but on all the other games we haven't. In our Oasis tournament, I think players only picked scouts a few times early on. Ooh, really, really clean here. Even throwing in the gazelle lure. Look at the show off. Oh, well, I said something, so of course. Nice. Good double lure there. And cool, not getting the two up here. Missing those two elephants is critical. So we'll see what the age ups looks like. MrMorec already on the way up. And so is cool with 20 bills, 20 bills. So identical clicks basically again. Caster's curse is very, very real. It was barely. Yeah, exactly. It was barely. Yeah, the lack of engineering makes Shang tricky in the late game against civs that really bunker down. See though. The reason scouts don't work is because in this map, players' economies get really tight. There's not a lot of vills to kill. Like outside of like the wood line, and the wood line vills just bop you to death because they have no choice. Oh yeah, scouts loses to slings most games. Like you do damage, but you have to keep the sling count down, and that's just too difficult. Um, if they get to like 10 slingers, you just can't fight with scouts anymore, and it's just really tricky. But we'll see the market coming in, so early upgrade for MrMorec. MrMorec who had to add that storage pit on the stone, but gets a woodline with it, so probably no complaints from him. And cool, doing the same. So another defensive game for both players, and another Persian elephant is going to be massive. These elephants getting the food so much faster is so good. As we have a standard opening on Oasis, which is defensive slings. This became the meta during the last Oasis tournament, right? In Duel in the Desert, right? Players just really learned that chilling at home was the better option mostly. Let your opponent throw their food at you, and then you have a massive units that you can send across the map at them. So generally players like to play like this to make sure that they're not the ones in trouble. So now looks like MrMorec may be in trouble if he can't get his economy off the ground. He's going to be dealing with that big food boost from Persian with two elephants already. And both players just adding farms, chilling, vibing. Casual game here. Game 3 of the finals, guys. It's a best of 7. What are your thoughts? Did you guys have predictions coming into the series? What do you guys think? I'm curious. Do you guys think Cool will sweep it here? I'm suspicious he might at this stage. Makes me a little nervous. Sling's not finding any damage yet for either player. Both players really, really just hanging out. Taking it really slow. Focusing on economy. MrMorec now coming across. Gonna find this Vill as he tries to add walls. Oh boy. Lion goes down. The Vill will retreat just fine. This will alert Cool to the direction of the attack, who will send the right number of slings to counter it. More slings on the right as well for MrMorec. Gonna fight uphill though. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, Cool is just a really good player. There's a reason he's the #1 seed in basically everything. It's now Cool Top of the hill. Gonna have the position. MrMorec walking into it. Gonna go for the raid with these 3 slings. Maybe he'll find a Vil kill. That could be nice. But at the cost of 3 slings, it's tricky. Yeah, MrMorec was doing well against Chimsey in the past week, as Chimsey's been practicing. But I expect that CSTN will get very, very good at AoE 1 DE. Now, see, cool. On the back foot, dealing with the raids, idling his farms a bit. Actually, this is a really good attack here, but I'm not sure. Like, he's gonna lose these slings pretty quickly. Not find any Vil kills, right? 37 to 36. Do we have an age up already? No. So accidentally mined some gold, maybe from here earlier. Yeah, accidentally mined a little gold with the storage pit. It's fine though. Farm count does matter here. We've got 5 and 10 on this side. 16, a clean 16. So farm count pretty even. We're getting run down here on the north side. This little raid, not going to do much, as he does find a Vil kill with the raid down here though. And is going to walk up to the stone, maybe get 2 more kills. Cool though, just so clean there. Immediately recognizing the threat. And walks away. Nothing to find here, nothing to see here, and they go back to work. Look at them carrying their rocks. It looks so funny when they carry stone. They look so funny. MrMorec getting pushed back. Into the corner, those slings will get cleaned up, and it's gonna come down to bronze times, right? MrMorec's had faster bronze times in this series, but I suspect this game will be a little different. Persian really set cool up well. As he's up to 300 food. Both players on 300 food, so we could see even clicks, but going into the mid game, you almost want to favor Karth. Their late game is really good, but they are gold dependent. But so are Persians, so that's not unique to Karth this game. Adding in that 4th barracks. I wonder where Cool's put. Is he just gonna keep going slings? As the slings come down the south, there's a bit of an attack on the north, but that's gonna put MrMorec out of position to defend, as the food in the middle of the map gonna get spotted by Cool, and these Vils are gonna go down very fast. Oh, he gives it away though. Oh, MrMorec didn't notice. MrMorec didn't notice. 2 Vils, 3 Vils, and a 4th Vil just go down for, I don't want to say free. It's a lot of units, but they just go down. And now trying to attack on the north, the Vil goes down again, but it's gonna get through a layer of walls. And where's his army? I think Cool may have caught MrMorec out by surprise here. I think MrMorec was expecting Cool to go bronze, as he is. But Cool comes across the map with a big group of units, and that's going to put MrMorec under some pressure. MrMorec is on gold now, going to be adding cab once he gets to bronze age. He's about 25% there. Cool is not going to be too far behind on the bronze. 20 Vils on food, still making slings. And now Cool sees the moment that MrMorec is up to bronze, sees the cav, we'll see the gold mine, won't know the exact timing. Cool just going to come in to on top of the hill, but I don't know if he's got enough slings to fight MrMorec here. MrMorec with the defense, going to be probably in an okay spot on the hill. Meanwhile, MrMorec in on the north takes 2 good fights here, although how many Vils did he lose? I think that was a decent number of Vils that just went down. Now Cool, gonna be retreating. But MrMorec is in with this sneaky force on the north. Cool has a house wall on this side to hold, has the hill with slings, and has a little probing force to try and spot the intruders. And Morc's up to bronze. Cool just clicked. So it's a very similar story every game, it feels like, where Morc gets these cav out earlier, but kind of maybe overinvests in it and doesn't get the damage he needs and doesn't set himself up for Iron Age well enough. I'm not exactly sure what's going on for him. Morc gonna send another army around the left and defend with the slings. Oh, and defend with the cavalry, I guess. That kind of makes sense. As we have the attack coming in. Yeah, Cool's like 50% up to bronze now. So he's gonna take the fight here. Trapping the slings here, and he's gonna wall behind. Really smart. Morc moved out maybe a little too soon. The slings here just gonna hold the hill as the cav stream across the map, only to walk into the wall. And Morc now gonna take a really awkward fight. But the cav are here. This could get dicey for Cool really quickly. This wall segment's gonna go down, and the units are in. Can't go through the gap. He can't fit through. This actually worked really, really well for Cool. Oh my gosh, Morc can't get through the gap. He can't send the cav in first for some reason. And he just got all confused. He didn't know what to do. Gonna back up though, take a new fight. It wasn't a terrible exchange for him, as the cav will go down, but look at their value. Getting a few good hits in. That's gonna give Cool all the time he needs. He's had a better setup, I felt like, at home with Eco. Even has walls here for that cav run in. That hasn't come yet. And now there's cav defensively for Cool. Both players gonna be on upgraded cavalry. Morc, seeing this, will switch to Karth camels, which will do very well. But there's still enough slings that it's not like the even answer. Part of the skill. Is managing those gaps, and it was just really good for Cool. He handled it perfectly, and Morc struggling with the one tile gap. Oh my gosh, there was a whole nother fight here. That's what Boozer was talking about. Yeah, the slings on the right kind of came in. Looks like they mostly got cleared up. Did Eco go down there? 60 to 42 KD. 5 vil lead. Big lead for Cool on the timeline now. Is coming across with the slings. And the cav leading the way. He's got +4/+4 against +2/+2. So even an upgrade boost for Cool. The camels come in, try to find some damage. And the slings in the back gonna help deal with the camels. Camels with no pierce armor take a lot of damage from these slings. Oof. That's a hard fight. Morc trying to wall this whole north side. Wait. He's got a sneak stable in the north. Just north of Cool's base. This could be a big blow if they really get in, but Cool doesn't need a sneak stable when his cav are just gonna walk into your gold mine anyway. Big attack onto the gold here. Big attack onto the farms here. Oh, looks like Morc's crumbling here. As Cool's gonna take the fight against the camels. If he clears the army, the economy will be exposed. Wow. Really nice fight for Cool, although he's kind of fighting up the hill right now, but he's got more than enough units to do so. He's just going to clean MrMorec here. MrMorec still doesn't have wheel. Oh, no, now he does. He does. He does. Sorry. That Vil looked really slow for a moment. I don't know why I said that. Yeah. Back at home, though, the raid did come in. I'm not sure it did anything, though. Just gave away the fact that there's stables up here without doing any damage. Maybe MrMorec, under pressure, jumped the gun a bit early to fight for MrMorec in his own base. Is it going to be enough? It doesn't look like it will. Cool's got the upgrades. He's got the slingers to support it. And Cool's going to wipe the floor with MrMorec in this game, as the economy is now completely exposed to the run-in. The units forcing him off the farms on the south, the gold on the north. The raids from MrMorec not going to be enough. Cool has enough units there to defend. All that's left for Cool now is to attack on the wood line, and it'll be GG. GG gets called. MrMorec crumbling under the pressure here from Cool. Cool just played that so calculated, and a really, really big moment was this gap. Not getting through the gap well enough with the 2 cav to lead the fight. He lost half of his slings, then he lost the other half of his slings. Then the cav from Cool ended up reinforcing, and Cool just played both sides of the map and attacked MrMorec's open base over and over. And MrMorec was trying to get walls up, but that got denied. Looks like every game plan he had was just completely flubbed. Like he just couldn't do it. Really tricky stuff. And could we be seeing a 4-0? It's literally match point now for Cool. The KD 2-1. Way more Vils, way better eco. We might be seeing a 4-0 here, guys. I'm not sure though. Do you guys believe in MrMorec for the 4-3 sweep? Why not Sword and Hoplite? I'm not sure, Olama. I'm not sure. So if we go to our captain's mode again, so that was Karth going down. Oh my gosh, this is tricky. But that was the Persian pick. So that was the first pick. I mean, MrMorec maybe could come back into this. I don't know how though. Hmm. MrMorec played open. Yeah, MrMorec did play open and he got punished. What map is next? I honestly forget. Um, my admin knows though. Conti, my admin, the tournament admin. It's Conti up, I believe. And let me see what the players are picking here. I know one. Oh, uh-oh. I just saw MrMorec's Civ pick, and I think I know what's gonna happen. I think we saw a bit of this. Okay, so I suspect that with Sumerian on Conti, MrMorec is going to Vilrush.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be a Vilrush.
Yes.
We got Sumer versus Minnow.
Start the game already. Yes.
I think we're gonna see Vilrush. I think it's gonna happen. I think that's Moric's gameplay, and we saw a bit of this against Chimsei in his practice games last weekend. How many vills do you want to have when vill rushing? Well, there's no exact definition for what it is, but like the ideal setup is you have like 6 vills on food and 1 or 2 vills on wood when you send your vills across the map. So the rest of your vills, literally every other vill goes to the attack. And that's like your that's your game plan, right? So your TC doesn't idle, and you can keep building houses. And what you do is you attack their wood lines, you attack their houses, maybe you obviously you attack their vills. Um, but we'll see if that's Mork's real plan. He's got a really nice pit spot here. I don't know if one actually fits. I don't think it's choppable either. Oh no, this isn't gonna work. Boozer saying he invented the Vill Rush. I mean, is it that wrong? Ooh, beautiful pit though. It's only 2 shorefish, but he's got another really good spot there for another one. But shorefish wood is always worth it. That's just a really good opening. And I don't know what Mork's game plan is. Is he gonna have to restart? Yeah, he's gonna call the restart. There's no way he can fit a pit there. So we're gonna get a restart. Mario, be nice. Be nice, guys. Everybody calm down. I know you're just kidding. It's just funny. Alright, next game. The rumor mill? What? I don't understand. So that was one of the restarts for Mork. So both players are down to 2 restarts each. You get 3 per series here in a best of 7. Generally, it's to deal with bad maps, although I think Mork got away with a lot there. His map was playable, but he misplayed it. A 20 vil cav rush sounds bad, but I'll move on. Okay, and we're good to go. Yeah,
Somebody
yeah, early
pass the
days
wood.
AoE,
Yes.
everything was so different, right? Like, no one knew what the hell was going on. People were just having a good time. Minnow versus Sumer. Do you think Cool after this gets a chance to? Yeah, it's just we're all of us are casting. No one's actually playing. Could you imagine? As hmm, really nice shorefish pit there for this one actually fits. This is beautiful. He'll just plop it there, get 3 shorefish, have a great opening. He's got to commit to it though. There it is. Really good opening. Cool though. No problem for him. Just gonna commit to the berries. Doesn't have a shorefish wood pit. That's great. I mean, he's got one here. 2 elephants on the left as well. He's gonna have a fine opening. His gazelle are pretty far though. I'm not seeing the gazelle otherwise, right? Are they behind the forest maybe? I don't see any. Morek has bugged berry. Ugh. But such a good opening here. 3 shorefish, wood pit. Can't ask for much more. And I think we're gonna see the rush. He's already scouting. I think it's gonna be a Vill rush. I think he's just gonna rally his TC forward pretty soon. Maybe he just plays this map standard because it's such a good opening, but I don't know. I feel like as soon as you find out where your opponent is, you go. Try to deny the berries, try to deny the wood line on Conti can be so good because if you get wood up, you can get a dock out, start getting more vills up. And we have another vill scouting the left side. You think Cool will go for a fast dock? Well, he's pulling the Ellie, which is going to slow down the dock because that's a vill that's idle, and Morec's already here. And we have another vill going forward. Two vills here going forward. The TC rally point is still down south, so nothing crazy yet. Morec just scouting around the edge. And yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the moment he's been waiting for. Just takes the fight one-on-one. Backs up. Good micro. Has the HP to work with. The Sumer bonus is so deadly in this situation. 3 minutes in, and Cool's going to take out that first Vill. But a lot of HP was lost, and that'll matter later on if the Vill rush continues. Another one coming forward. I'm not seeing that big migration that's really indicative of an all-in. As another Vill walks into downtown Coolville. Never seen Cool die to a Vill rush. Looks like it won't happen this game. Maybe Morc thought better of it. Pushes back the Vill again. He's just gonna fight for a good barrack spot, it looks like. Gonna go back to the berry and find the low HP Vill. Looking for it, but Cool has managed to keep it alive for now, as Morc sends another two Vills forward, maybe? No, just another one. No, another two into three. I'm not sure what the game plan is with this. I'm questioning this. Still no storage pit for Cool? Could get dicey. Oh no, he's got one now. Just up on the right. Sorry, I missed that. This is weird indeed. Morc nowhere near a click, and Cool could do so soon. If Morc gets beaten by the bronze here, it's gonna be tricky. Bronze. Tool, if he just gets to Tool Age, it'll be really tricky. He's got two on the right looking for this wood line, and I don't know. Morc kind of committed a lot to this, and has gotten basically no value yet. As Cool sends his vills to the woodline on the right. Cool just gonna abandon the berries for the time being. Can't fight that many vills. It's like Morc just trying to get some idle time for Cool, but Cool's already up. And Morec is nowhere even near the click. We used to call this the crush, but it was executed differently. This is a strat that I think Say My Name did a lot, which was the like a club rush with the dock boom behind it. Right? Was that Say My Name who played that on Conti? It was one player who did that a lot. I think it was Say My Name. And he would do that and it was really strong, but yeah, this is looking not good. As another Vill comes across the map, I'm very confused. This is not the strat that Say My Name did. With the clubber, because Say My Name would paint barracks, right? And he would just make clubmen and have his whole economy at home still working, right? He would just invest the wood to get a better Vill for the club rush, right? And then he would dock boom. He would be much later to tool, but he would disrupt you before you had walls up, right? He did that a lot. It was Say My Name. That was me. Yeah, I'm talking about you. It was an old strat you did, Say My Name, back in the day. Back in the day, like 2 years ago. Don't worry about it. Morc now isn't doing that. I wouldn't say he invented, but he did it. He was the first one to do it successfully in tournaments for DE. As the Axeman upgrades in, not really a lot of options now. This just isn't working at all as the Axemen come across, and I think we might be close to crowning a victor of Classic Cup Season 2. What an interesting tournament this has been. I've loved so many of these series, have had insane games. Game 1 and 2 in this series were really good games to watch, like, right? Like, they were really good games. This is a bit odd. I'm not sure this is working for Mork at all. Cool. Easily defending this. It's going to be a strong win for him if he comes out on top, but Mork's strategy choice here is really questionable. Yeah, odd. It's the best word I can use. I mean, what do you say about this? Like, it's just not, was that not an odd strat choice? Like, it didn't work. Like, it was, he sent like 1 or 2 vills across, then sent another 3. Like, usually when you do a vill rush, you start with like 6. And 6 vil go over there, and you can just single out vills and win. The clubman going down. Oh boy, Axeman in the wood line. 3 vills going down. Sumer can't save you now. He's got full upgrades. He's on the run. He's got walls. He upgraded to walls so he can wall in the berries with 2 berries left. It's hard to find positives at this stage for Morec. Grabbed a pit on the right. I said right, looking at the left side of the map. On the left side of the map. Cool. Casually getting everything he needs. Massive eco. Timeline's got to be insane. 12 to 2 of KD. The Vil high is even, actually. But look at the timeline. It's just been steadily in favor of Cool. Oh boy. Axemen are in for Morec, but I just don't know if it's going to do anything. As he tries to wall in the berries, but there's no food there anymore, so it's just going to be a wood line. Boo! that was a spicy moment. The Axemen just hanging out in the south. Cool is fully walled now. Fully stonewalled. Only relying on a barrack here. Actually, that's open. No, it's not. I lied. Yep, this is the only non-stone part of his wall. It's the barracks, which is going to be fine. Gonna try and keep the house alive a little longer, but he's got a small sling mass. Cool might be a bit surprised by the amount of units out. Did we write Mork off too soon here? He's got an army. Like, if he wins some fights, it could go well for him. Cool though, gets a good start to the fight, but he's outnumbered. So these axemen will go down. Not a lot of options here if you're Mork. Three scout ships now for Cool. Gonna go around the sea on the right side. The axeman still knocking on the door. Mork trying to keep his slings alive, but it's tricky. Doesn't have the upgrade yet. Can afford it. Actually, no, he doesn't have stone. Trying to build a pit on the stone. But it's going to get instantly denied. So no more stone means that this is going to look really dicey here for Mork in a moment. Ah, yeah, the classic. You know what strat you want to do, but you can't do it because you're bad. Not that Mork's bad, but I know what you're talking about, Veritas. Like, you have an idea in mind and you just don't do it. Well, it's always just bad. This is definitely not what Mork was envisioning with the Sumer pick. I think something just went a little wrong there, but we'll see. I mean, he's got an army that Cool can't fight just yet. But Cool's going to be going like bronze soon, right? And the scout ships did find the dock. Now coming around even further, he's going to push him off this dock as well. Really no chance for Mork to fight back on the water. Pop 50 to 32. It's looking dire. If you're a fan of our Macedonian champion, all of his fishing boats getting taken out. Like Red Bull. That's funny. I don't think we'll do that, Mork, or Vertex. But also, I don't think Mork is going to do it as his fishing eco gets taken out. There's a large army of axemen circling around his base. He did get to the stone on the right, which is good for him. His eco on the left is still not scouted. Oh, but losing 2 units there to the surround. Just gets totally blocked in and clapped. And I think at this stage, Cool just in a great spot now to close this out with any strat. He could play slow, he could play fast. I think he's going to go bronze or something. He's just adding more fish. Oh, all the fish from Cool are untouched, and all the fish from MrMorec are dead. It's just a hard spot to be in. Scout ship gets spotted. Fight in the center of the map. Cool with just more axemen able to win, and MrMorec just calls the GG. Cool.
Somebody pass the wood.
Really good series. Cool. Trash talking a little bit. It's adds the Keck W on top, so we all know it's a joke. GG's indeed, guys. Thank you everybody for coming out to our tournament. The first 2 games were really, really good, honestly. The first 2 games of this series were fantastic games, right? Those were just really fun to watch, really cool strat choices, really interesting unit compositions and mixes. It was really nice. Um, the second 2 games were a little lackluster there from MrMorec. MrMorec struggled on Oasis and really struggled here. This was hard to watch. He had trouble getting basically everything going. His Vil Rush just didn't do what he wanted. It was just really tough. Congrats to our winner, VNS Cool, and MrMorec I think has done a great job in the series. MrMorec won a lot of really good games. On his way to the series, he played so well in his sets. Cool though. I don't did Cool drop many games? I think against Vertex he lost a game or two. But I forget. It was just a lot of clean games from Cool this whole series. A really dominant show from him. Yeah, that ends our tournament. I think the final prize pool is like $700 or something. So we'll work on distributing that now. Thank you everybody for that. We'll keep in touch for what our next event is going to be on the channel. As you guys know, I don't really stream beyond the tournaments anymore. So if we get another tournament going, we'll do that. We'll see what that ends up looking like. I'm not sure yet. Thank you all though for coming out. Any final questions or anything?